Mukund, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Am I audible?
Yeah. You can hear us, right?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Loud and clear?
Yes.
Like the yeah.
Five topics given.
Hmm?
Right.
Sorry?
Five topics given.
हाँ एडमिट करेंगे
Recording in progress. नहीं बोल रहे यहाँ पे कि
छोड़ दीजिए मैं देखता हूँ पर आप मोहन को फोन करिएगा we'll do a quick roll check
yes
of okay, Saturday Rams, Gauri Aggarwal, not here. Gauri is not here. Second is Mukund
Mukund and Venugopal.
TMOD is here. TTE is here. G is Mukund only. Who are the speakers? One is Nopur and the other one you, Ganesh. Okay, both are there. Evaluators are Karthik and
Karthik is there.
God is yours.
Gauri Aggarwal.
Evaluators, one is Karthik, who is the other one?
Punith. It's Punith. Evaluator 2.
Punith. Punith is here. Yes, Punith is here.
Yes.
Okay, so Punith is here. Both the speakers, both the evaluators are here. Timer.
I would need screen sharing rights, please.
I'll give you. Okay, Amit Gupta is here, timer. Amit, please rename yourself. Chaitanya, Prasad, our counter. Not here. And
Mohan, son.
Grammarian Paduka is here. Paduka, please rename yourself. Oh, you have done that. Thank you, Paduka. Listener, Sreehari. Mohan, what, man?
I call Mohan, son.
No, Mohan is not a poll taker.
No.
Listener is Sreehari Acharya.
These are the-
Sreehari is not here. So, okay, so Sreehari is missing. Chaitanya and Mukund has joined online. Rest everyone is here.
Yeah, where are you?
One, Mukund.
Sreehari.
Okay, he's coming here. Okay. Mukund, are you joining us in person or we are going to be online?
I'm just 3 minutes away from the venue.
Okay, fine.
Screen sharing rights. I just want to check if the audio is coming through.
I'll make you the co-host. Chaitanya is here. Okay, so we are good. Sreehari is on the way. Okay, we'll start exactly at 10. 1 minute to go.
Just 1 second. Is the screen visible or is only the sound visible?
Screen is visible. We don't want the screen.
So how can I do it without screen sharing?
You unshare, please. Once you go to share, click the share button.
Okay.
Don't click anything, which I don't say, okay? Just follow step by step. And after you click share, you'll see there is an option called screens, documents, and advanced.
Yeah.
Click on advanced. Done.
Oh, no, 1 second, 1 second.
Don't click anything. I'm just telling you, just follow what I'm saying. Please click on the advanced tab.
1 second.
It's
Uh, advanced, okay.
and within that, you see computer audio.
Yes.
There, that's what. Okay, you'll have to start. Gauri, over to you.
Good morning, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to meeting number 188 of Gabbys Toastmasters Club. 189 of Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I am Gauri Aggarwal, your Sergeant at Arms for the day. I'm sure you're excited for today's meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. The audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, at Gabbys, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible, and also to abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring that there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. With this, let me call on stage our presiding officer for today's meeting. And the presiding officer today is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Toastmaster Mukund is a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director. He has been president of Smedley Speakers Society twice. He loves reading, public speaking, and is currently learning golf. Over to you, Toastmaster Mukund.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I am going to be your presiding officer. I am filling in for Madam President GTM Nancy Goel. And I'm sure we are going to have a great meeting today. With this, I would declare meeting number 188 open. Can I hear a round of applause? We are just 12 meetings short of 2 centuries. Okay. I will assume you have all applauded. Thank you. All right. Talking about villains that we love. Right now, villains that we love. I don't know. I saw the poster and I saw so many villains that were there in the poster, and I think they were all the ones whom we love. But I want to talk about certain villains whom I don't know whether we love or we hate, but definitely we can't forget them. This is more in relation to our own Hindi movies. Let's become a little nostalgic now. Let's think about certain villains who have etched something in our memory because of which we can never ever forget them. Immemorial. For example, let's take the iconic Gabbar Singh of Sholay, played by Amjad Khan. Who can forget this character? Take the example of Mogambo in Mr. India, another highly iconic villain that we have ever seen. Think about Mr. Dang in the movie Karma, played by Anupam Kher. Oh my God, that was one hell of a villain. He had played that role to the hilt. So we have so many such villains also whom we don't know whether we love or we hate, but we definitely enjoyed looking them on the screen. Right? I don't want to steal the thunder of whatever the TMOD has, in his kitty for today's session as far as the villains go. But I will stop at this point in time. Now, talking about the TMOD of today's
तो नहीं गए
meeting.
हमें
Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
All right, okay. Now, talking about today's TMOD, right? I can talk about so many things that has been given in the script. 2 times DTM, President, Distinguished District Director, Distinguished Area Director, 11 pathways to in his kitty, etc., etc. But if you ask me, I would say this gentleman, I can describe this gentleman in just 2 words. That is leadership personified. Here is a gentleman who has founded 3 clubs, is managing 3 clubs, and how the quality of the meetings of these clubs are way par excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's Toastmaster, DTM Sourav Dutta.
सावधान रहना चाहिए हमें कि किस पे भरोसा कर भूल तो नहीं गए हमें सावधान रहना चाहिए हमें कि किस पे भरोसा कर रहे हैं कभी कभी फरिश्ते के रूप में शैतान भी मिल जाते हैं भूल तो नहीं गए हमें
Thank you, Gauri. I hope that was a bit of a dramatic entry that we can expect from the villains of Bollywood or Hollywood. Thank you so much for joining us for this meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. We have a room full of guests here, and we have got a room full of guests online. So we will start off this meeting with a quick introduction of the guests. I will also call them on stage. But before that, let me first start off with the theme. There's so much that we talk about the villains. Right? I mean, we love our villains. And we probably love our villains sometimes more than we love the heroes. So today we are going to talk about our villains, and not necessarily we are going to talk about the villains that are from the screen, but also the villains in our real life. But we are not going to talk about villains that we hate. We are only going to talk about the villains that we love. For example, I remember when I was in school, there was a bully whose only job was to make sure wherever I am around him or I am somewhere to be seen and he's there in the vicinity, he will make sure he'll either hit me on the back of my head, or he will just pull my shirt, or he will just push me a little bit and go. So he was the villain in my life. But for some reason, I was so obsessed and I liked him so much that even after I left school, I was actually in touch with him. Him. I found him on Facebook. Then I found him on LinkedIn. We are still in contact. And he's a little bit embarrassed nowadays that he has done those things. But then he's never the person that I hated. So similar to that, we will have villains in our life as well, right? Where, yes, Stockholm syndrome to a certain extent. Yeah, I mean, there are various reasons for that it could be. But let us talk about those things. But before that, there are a few guests in the room because Mukund is still in transit. So I will take this opportunity to introduce some of the people who are here in the room. Why don't you please come and introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. Myself Shubham Somani. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I come from Rajasthan. I have been in I started my career in 2019. I was in Mumbai for 5 years, and then so 3 years was internship and 2 years in Mumbai, and then I moved to Bangalore. So I'm in Bangalore for 2021. And my journey in Bangalore is so good. I'm trying every day, every week, good foods and good things, and now Toastmasters. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, do we have any other guests? Yes, please come. Kishan. We have a guest who has just walked into the room now.
Hello, good morning, each and everyone present here today. It's very nice to meet you all on this happy morning. My name is Rishi Rabindranath. I'm from Indonesia. I'm a US certified management accountant. And right now I'm doing my MBA, my last sem in SGCC. Nice to meet
Thank
you all.
you so much, Rishi. Thank you. Okay, we have a few guests online as well. So anyone who would want to introduce themselves? I see Hemalata, I see Atul. Atul, please. Yeah.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Atul Singhal. I'm engineer by profession, and I'm so happy to join this club today, Gabbys. Um, I'm there in Bangalore for now last 20 plus years. I'm from North India, but maximum time that I've spent in my life is in Bangalore. I have converted all the way from parathas to masala dosas now. I'm curd rice I like, pongal, vada pav, and all of that. So I'm a converted South Indian and Bangalorean now. Happy to join it today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Atul. Thank you for joining us. Hemalata, a brief introduction about yourself, please.
Hello together. Good morning. I'm from Bosch Accounters. I'm currently serving as the president for Bosch Accounters. It's been almost 7 months into Toastmasters. I'm really enjoying this journey. I'm building my confidence and communication skills. And Sourav was there in our club as my evaluator a day, and he invited me here, and looking forward to explore the club.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hemalata, for joining us. Yes, I was there and I remember I did evaluate in your meeting. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, anyone else who's a guest in today's meeting? Shravan is not really a guest, but officially he is. So Shravan, would you want to do a quick 30 seconds introduction yourself?
I just joined now. As just you're mentioning my name, I just joined. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest, my name is Shravan Kumar Vankeshwaram. I'm from TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club. So during weekends, I do join weekends, and whenever I get a chance, I do join Gabbys Toastmasters Club meetings, all meetings. Because it is so engaging. The format itself is a different, and also you can learn a lot from different people from different geographies. So that's my learning journey from Gabbys. I'm still continuing with that. Thank you so much for having me here, and have a wonderful meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Sourav.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shravan. So that's our guest for today's meeting. So let's get started with the theme. So, who's your favorite villain? Who's that villain from the silver screen that you absolutely love? And don't mention any of the villains that we have already put in the posters. So, any villain that you absolutely love to hate? Yes, Aparna.
I love Loki. Okay, Loki from the Marvel thing. Thor's brother. I am obsessed with Loki. In fact, who cannot love him, right? He's a god of mischief, and he comes out in the first series as someone who's very bad and things like that. But then slowly, you just start seeing this guy is amazing. You start liking, in fact, you start rooting for him. So I think Loki is my favorite.
Okay, I think Aparna's son had someone else in mind. Aparna, would you want to give him a chance as well? Just as
he
you
came
were...
running because I mentioned Loki. He came running in because he's a Marvel head. He loves Marvel comics. So
what does he think about Loki? Can we hear him as well?
What do you think about Loki?
He's the god of mischief. He's the brother of Thor. I don't like him.
He's a god of mischief, brother of Thor. He doesn't like him.
Okay. Fair enough. We need to dislike the villains, right? For them to be actually villains. Okay, Noor had quite a few inputs on villains. He was putting it on chat. So Noor, who is your favorite villain from the silver screen? Or all your villains are in real life?
In real life, it's my father-in-law, Sourav. No one can beat my father-in-law in that. But I would go with Aparna. I love Loki, by the way.
Okay. Anyone in the room? Who's your favorite villain? Thanos, okay. Thanos is Abhishek's favorite villain. Okay. Nandan, what about you?
Prime Master Gogo.
Okay. Prime Master Gogo.
I like Shah Rukh because he has done this.
Shah Rukh Khan
Yeah.
in the villainous roles. Okay, lovely. Yeah. What about you, Ganesh? Arshil, come here. Yeah. What about you, Ganesh? Who's your favorite villain?
Now, Gabbar Singh is what is coming.
Gabbar Singh, okay. Old is gold. What about you, Arshil, your favorite villain?
That Sanjay Dutt character was bold, no?
Okay. So before I get started with the meeting, I will be now sharing, I'll actually have to share my screen and show you a video. This is something that I found on the internet of some beautiful, interesting Bollywood villains. Okay, let me share my screen. Since she mentioned the Sanjay Dutt character, why not show that as well? Can you see my screen? Yes? Can I get a confirmation?
Can't see it.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes.
And can you hear as well?
We can't hear.
You can't hear?
Yeah, we can't hear.
Oh, that's bad. That should not be the case. Now I know. This is a beautiful clip. I'm sure you'll love this.
ये रे पाऊसा तुला देतो पैसा पैसा झाला खोटा पाऊस आला मोठा मांडवा की तरक्की और खुशहाली के पथ पर एक हल्का सा झटका.
Okay, so like Arshin, this is also my favorite villain as well. So that's why I couldn't but just resist myself from sharing this with you. Anyone else wants to talk about their favorite villain? You have to wait till we come to the next part of the meeting. So let me introduce the three parts of the meeting. In a Toastmaster meeting, we typically have three parts. The first part is the prepared speech, where we have the prepared speakers who come and present their prepared speeches. The second part, we have the table topic section. This is the impromptu speaking section, where we have a table topic master, and the table topic master invites the speakers who will come and deliver their impromptu speeches. And in the third part, we have the evaluation section. The evaluation section is led by a general evaluator who has a team with him or her to evaluate the entire meeting. And for today's meeting, our general evaluator just walked in through the door, right in time, Mr. General Evaluator. Our general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, the past president of Smedley Speaker Society, a very seasoned veteran Toastmaster, and someone who has very efficiently driven the Gabbys Premier League just a couple of months back. With this, let me please invite on stage our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster of the day, Sourav Dutta. Looks like I am always known for doing things at the nick of the time. I just came in the nick of the time to take my oath as a VP Education. And today here I am, coming here at the nick of the time to announce my role as a general evaluator. Thank you very much. So as a general evaluator of the meeting today, I will keep note of all the happenings of the meeting, keenly observe the good things, the bad things, and at the end of the session, I would come and give my report to you. And to do this, ladies and gentlemen, I have an able team with me. They are called the TAGL team. So TAGL is an acronym for timer, R counter, grammarian, and listener. And today's timer, we have someone who works as a data scientist in a retail company. He keeps himself busy with sports and physical activities and exploring new things in life. His life mantra is let's help each other and grow together. I request today's timer, Toastmaster Amit Gupta, to explain his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, General Evaluator for the today meeting. So hi everyone, I am timer for the meeting, and I'm going to time each speaker, each speeches and the evaluation session. So to make aware of the time, I will be showing the different card like the green, yellow, and red, just to tell that they have certain time left. So in a speech, in the speech session, it is going to be mainly 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5 minute, I will be showing green card, 6 minute yellow card, and at the 7 minute red card. In the evaluation session, it is going to be 2 to 3 minutes. So at the 2 minute, I will be showing green card, 2.5 yellow card, and at 3 red card. Similarly, in the table topic session, you have to speak minimum 1 minute, and it is going to be like 1 to 2 minutes speech. So I will be showing green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at the 2 minutes. So please note that there will be grace period both sides, in the lower and the upper side in the speech session and in the evaluator session. In the table topic session, you have a grace period on the upper side only, means you can speak till 2 minutes 30 seconds. With this, I will hand over this stage to General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amit Gupta. And the next role is that of the R counter. And today's R counter is a software engineer working in Bangalore. His interests include music, cooking, sports, trekking, traveling, doing adventure sports such as rafting, paragliding, etc. And the list goes on and on and on. He is keen towards learning things and be able to do something that has an impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's R counter, Chaitanya Prasad.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I will be the R counter for the day, and I will be making note of filler words and crutch words such as basically, right, actually, which, if avoided, can increase the effectiveness of our speech. Towards the end, when called upon by General Evaluator again, I will come up with my report. That's all from my side. Thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad. And then we have the Grammarian. So today's Grammarian has been a Toastmaster for more than 4 years. She's a member of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. She's the area director of Area B1 in District 92. And she has more of 14 years of experience in automotive segment. She's a project manager and also a solution architect in her organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for today's Grammarian, Toastmaster Paduka Kannan.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Incorrect grammar will never be cute. Rise and shine, Gabbys. So as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers over here and listening carefully to their language usage as well. I will take note of any misuse of your English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, or any idioms, or any of your thoughts in those lines. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So today's word is iniquitous, which means grossly unfair or something morally wrong. Like, for example, we could say cheating and other iniquitous practices are prohibited at the Toastmasters. So, and of course, I would be also noting down the incorrect usage of English grammar as well. And I will give my report towards the end of the meeting when General Evaluator calls upon me. With that, over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Grammarian. I can say coming late to the meeting is iniquitous practice. And now for the fourth role is that of the listener. I think I and today's listener have something in common, which is we both came late to the meeting. And today's listener, ladies and gentlemen, is a mechanical design engineer at a robotics startup. He is an avid reader and a fitness enthusiast. To improve social confidence and expand network, he has joined the Gabbys Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's listener, Sreehari Acharya.
Thank you, General. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the listener of the day. I'm here to soak up all the wisdom, wit, and the wonderful speeches you all have to offer. Not only I promise to laugh at all your jokes and thoughtfully nod at your insights, but reading between the lines of what's being said and draft questions in the last. So good luck. Thank you.
There you see the listener who is going to ask questions at the end of the meeting. So please be listening intently. So with this, I have introduced my team today. And as I said in the beginning, I will go ahead and give a report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, to today's Toastmaster, TTM Sourav.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So before we get started with the prepared speech section, let us play a quick quiz. I think everyone would love this because we do have a lot of Marvel fans in the room, or do we not? Do we have Marvel fans in the room? Can we have a quick show of hand? People who love Marvel. Okay, so I'm going to ask the questions. Please raise your hand. This is one of the most recognizable faces in the whole Marvel comic series. The options are Baron, the Grandmaster, and Thanos. Raise your hand. Okay, fine. So we got the correct answer already as soon as they gave out the question. The next one is not that easy. Probably. Can you name the Marvel villain in Thor Ragnarok? Okay, Aparna has raised her hand. Aparna, please.
Helena.
Okay, lovely. Can someone keep the scores for me, please? Can someone keep the scores? Mita ma'am, can you keep the scores? Abhishek 1, Aparna 1. Okay. The next one. Which Marvel movie features Michael Keaton as the savage villain? Aparna, please take down your hand. Yeah. Okay. Aparna again.
Guardian of the Galaxy 2.
No.
That's the father. He's the father.
It is Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, Michael Keaton. Okay, okay.
Okay. Now the next one. Aparna took down your hand. Okay, I lower her hand to avoid confusion. Yeah. What's the name of the Marvel villain in Spider-Man Far From Home? Okay, Aparna again. Aparna.
Jake Gyllenhaal is the villain. Mysterio.
Mysterio. Right. Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. And the last question. Can someone else attempt this apart from Aparna? All the Marvel fans, where are you hiding? What is Ego's relationship with Peter Quill? Okay. Is Chaitanya now?
Father.
Okay. Okay, fine. So this actually both gave at the same time, Noor and Chaitanya. So 1 point to each, 1 to Noor, 1 to Chaitanya. Okay, so one more question then. We always knew Robo was evil. What's the name of the villain in the 2015 Avengers sequel?
Repeat question, please.
What's the name of the villain in the 2015 Avengers sequel? If you want, I can give the options.
Ultron.
You want the options?
I guess it is Ultron.
I couldn't hear you. Can you be a little loud, Chaitanya?
Ultron.
No. It's Ultron. Okay.
Toastmaster Noor guessed it in the chat.
Okay, so Toastmaster Noor guessed it in chat, so he gets it. Okay, so Toastmaster Noor is 2 points. So what's the total point now?
Noor 2 points, Chaitanya 1, Aparna 2, and Abhishek 1.
Okay, lovely. So we are going to continue with the quiz. The next round will be Bollywood villains. So don't be disheartened if you don't love Marvel. For the Hindi movie lovers also, we will have things here. Okay, so with this, I'm going to now move on to the prepared speech section. And for the prepared speech section, we have got 2 prepared speakers today. Evaluating the first speaker is Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal. Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal, he's right there on the screen. We can see him. Hi, Karthik. Good morning. And Karthik will be introduced and invited on stage later by the general evaluator. I have the pleasure now of introducing the first speaker for today. But before that, Nupur, for some reason that this thing is not working for me, the link is not opening. Can you send me the speech title on chat? On Zoom chat, send me a private message, please, as I introduce you. So introducing the first speaker for today, is a dentist. She's from Nagpur, Dr. Nupur Deshpande. But what is most fascinating of Dr. Nupur Deshpande is that even before joining Toastmasters, she has been a dedicated Toastmaster, always attending our meetings, staying for the entire duration of the meeting and attempting table topics. She has been so committed to becoming a Toastmaster that for us, it was more a question of when rather than if. And why would it not be? Because she comes from a family of not 1, not 2, but 3 Toastmasters. So she, her brother and her mother, all are a member of the Gabbys Toastmasters clubs. And let me therefore welcome the first speaker for today, Toastmaster Nupur Deshpande. Dr. Nupur Deshpande, avoiding the dentist, Dr. Nupur Deshpande. Over to you.
How many of you here hate going to the dentist? Please give a thumbs up in your chat box or just give a thumbs up. See, I can see Gauri Aggarwal hates going to the dentist. I can also see Punith hates going to the dentist. So yesterday I met a mother on the street yesterday. And she said, she looked at her child and she goes, "Don't eat so many chocolates or this doctor auntie will pull all your teeth out." I know the grr sound of the drilling machine, the teeth clenching, the smell of the disinfectant, and those scary looking instruments. Who likes going to the dentist? No one. Then how do you avoid it? How do you avoid going to the scary villain? Very easy. Don't go. But ma'am, my tooth is aching. What do I do then? Well, I'm going to give you tips on how to avoid going to the dentist, straight from the horse's mouth, since I am a dentist. The most shocking part of not going to the dentist is taking care of your diet. Most of you are obviously rolling your eyes and telling me, "Dr. Nupur, since we were kids, we know our mothers have been telling us, don't eat chocolates, don't eat sweets. That's the reason your teeth will get decayed." Well, you guys are wrong. What if I told you that you can have those sugary treats and still keep your teeth healthy? What do I mean by that? Most people in the world suffer from some dental disease called as dental caries. Now, this caries is caused due to various reasons. One of them is your diet. That doesn't mean you have to give up your sugary treats, but it means you have to increase the fiber intake. What is fiber? Fiber is nothing but those lauki, aloo, karela that you all guys hate. So all those vegetables and fruits contain fiber. This fiber improves the quality of your saliva. Saliva acts like a washing machine for your teeth. It goes in the nooks and crannies and cleans all your teeth. So it helps it in keeping it clean and healthy. One day, a patient and his mother came up to my clinic. The mother was threatening the child and wanted me to ask him to stop eating chocolates so much. I looked at the child and I said, "Do you want to eat chocolates?" He peeped from his mother's lap and looked with a question in his eyes at me. Was I tricking him? I said, "See, you have to eat roti, sabzi, and between those meals, when your mother gives you those roti, sabzis, you have to eat it. Between those meals, you can occasionally have a chocolate." Needless to say, both mother and child were pretty happy leaving the clinic. A few days later, a couple came into my clinic. The husband had cakes. The husband said, "Ma'am, but I don't even enjoy having sugary treats. Why do I have caries?" I examined his teeth. I asked for his history. I went through his diet. When I went through his diet, I realized that he has almost 15 to 16 cups of tea every day. Now, tea or coffee with sugar in it is called liquid sugar for us. Why? Because it can go anywhere and feed the microorganisms that live on your teeth. Those microorganisms become fat and chomp on your enamel and cause caries. Enamel is the protective covering of your teeth, which is white in color. So liquid sugar is basically more harmful than having one chocolate a day. So I went through him, I spoke to him, and I told him that you need to reduce the number of times you have tea or coffee. That's the reason you're having caries. So diet plays a very important role. Your diet also depends on your teeth. Are they straight? Did you get a filling done? Did you get a root canal done? Do you have a crown or RC treated? Or you don't have any teeth at all? You have implants instead. This means that you have to take extra precaution because you've already lost your natural teeth. And no matter how much money or effort or the best material that we put in your mouth or the best dentist that you hire, it is not your natural teeth. So if you've lost your natural teeth, the first thing to do is always change your diet and start taking extra care of the remaining teeth that you have. This is a preventive measure that will help you saving in your teeth. So remember, taking care of your teeth doesn't mean giving up on your sugary treats or your chocolatey treats, but first thing that you need to do is have them mid-meal. Secondly, you need to have fiber-filled meals that is full of your vegetables and fruits. And also you have to reduce the number of times you have your liquid sugar and rinse your mouth after every meal and take extra care when your teeth are replaced. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nupur, for the beautiful speech today. And we are now going to move on to the second speaker. But before we call upon the second speaker, let me also read out the project objectives of Nupur, which I was not able to read out because, as I said, our particular doc was not opening. So just for the benefit of the audience here. So the speech Nupur delivered now, it was from the project Speech with a Purpose, where she is supposed to deliver a speech which has got a predefined purpose, which she has already shared with the evaluator. This is from the path leadership development. In Toastmaster, we have got 11 paths. One of that path is leadership development. So this speech is from that particular path. This is a level 1 project 2 speech. And this will be evaluated by Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal. Now moving on to the second speaker. The second speaker will be evaluated by a second evaluator, Toastmaster Punith C K. Punith, you're there. I can see you. Hi, good morning. Okay. And we will now introduce the second speaker who is in the room with us here. Before I introduce the second speaker, let me first read out the project objectives about the details about the project. So this is from the path strategic relationships. As I mentioned, there are 11 paths. The previous one was from leadership development. This is from strategic relationships. And this is the first speech of a path. This is an icebreaker speech where the speaker will be introducing himself to the club. So we will get to know more about this speaker once he completes this speech. So this speech is for 4 to 6 minutes. It's a level 1 project 1 speech. The speaker for today, the second speaker, is Toastmaster Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh is from Tamil Nadu. He began his career as a software trainer and a professional specializing in data management, business intelligence, and data analytics. Recently, he co-founded Alcoor Consultancy, where he now serves as an organizational development consultant, helping organizations streamline processes, develop leaders and managers, and cultivate robust company cultures. Toastmaster Ganesh T G, what do you think you are? What do you think you are, Ganesh T G? Ganesh, please come out. Please welcome. He's giving his first speech, so please welcome him with a big round of applause. And after the speech, we can have a standing ovation. So if you are logging in online, please be in a position to switch on your camera and give a standing ovation. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Stage is on.
Thank you, Toastmasters, Dutta. So before starting the timer, so sorry, I did something.
Yes. Once. Timer, please don't start the time. We will tell you when to start the time.
Yeah, sure.
You don't need to screen share or something, right?
No, I just need.
You need to keep this okay. Yeah.
So before starting the timer, so thank you, Toastmasters Sourav and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Happy to be here and excited. So small story that I understood from preparing for this icebreaker session. So the Ramayana is one of the stories, bigger stories that you know. So Ramayana will be repeated by Hanuman in Sundarkanda many times and in different versions. So whenever I practice this icebreaker session, each time I got a new version. And so I don't know what version will come out, but hopefully it is an upgraded version. So yeah, we can start the timer now. Is it ready? Okay. So, as Sourav introduced, basically I am from Tamil Nadu, a place called Madurai. And I have all my studies have been into Andhra, where my dad shifted there. And I've been there 21 years. And I graduated in mechanical engineering in Nagarjuna University. And after post that, I have joined as a trainer in a software company. So that was the Y2K days, which is in 98, 97, that time I have passed out. And so I ventured into software like my colleagues after the mechanical engineering, which helped me launch into my job. And I was, at that time, I got training in Y2K and then tried to make sure that I got into the trainer as well. The company itself selected me as a trainer. So I have this passion for learning. And throughout my career, I actually try to train wherever I go, even though I moved on to software development and all that. So I used to do corporate trainings and all. So learning is my passion. So first one topic is I want to talk a bit about my passion. So wherever I went, so for example, in one of the companies where I joined, before that, I trained 15 of them. And 15 of them went and gave feedback to the vice president saying that he is a very good trainer. And then they recruited me into the software development company. That's where I landed on the software development job first time. So that is my passion. But recently, when I was co-founding Alcoor Consultancy, so we'll have to deliver speeches to or facilitate to all the audience. And what we figured out was the adult learning principles are very different from how we teach the when we are coming to technology. So I was teaching the technology before. So in the adult learning principles, what happens is people come with 25 years experience, 30 years experience, and then we'll have to teach that.
So so facilitation is one of the reason I joined here. And second reason is also the networking part. So that's why I chose the strategic relationship here. Now, when it comes to facilitation, I actually, whenever somebody says something, it's a random thing that comes up, right? Like the table topics. You need to think on your feet and then respond. So, but I ruminate on what the other person tells and then I don't respond. So most of the time I come as a reserved person, like my parents tell, my brother tells and all that, because my whole family is very talkative. And then, and then I was like, okay, if everybody talks, who will listen, right? Somebody has to listen. So there also I used to ruminate and then don't respond. So everybody feels that I'm a reserved person. So how others perceive me. And so that is actually showing up in my thought process when I'm in a room with a set of experienced people, when I'm delivering my development programs and all that. So that's been a hindrance to me. And it is unfair for the others also on not learning from what they know. Now, but from my childhood, I have got the complete self-confidence. I never used to study so much. My brother is always a schoolboy, but then I am not like that. So there is a comparison always happens, right? So if there is an exam, I used to sleep 2 hours. Normally, I sleep 1 hour. So in the afternoon. So I don't prepare, but there is a lot of self-confidence in me that I draw. I don't know where. There is more than enough, I think, self-confidence. So with that, I have ventured. Now, so what happens is with that same self-confidence, I'm hoping that I will be able to meet the co-founder as well as being the facilitator and all that. So with that, my passion, my learning, I want to continue with my self-confidence as the thing, and I continue on my journey. So what in this whole process, what I thought was, there are others what perceive you as, but then you have something internally on what you perceive as, right? So the thought process is at each of the stage, sometimes the others influence you and you influence yourself. So to keep the self-confidence, I have just made sure that it is still there and I will proceed with that further. So just quickly to wind up the speech. What do you think you become? Thank you.
Can we have a standing ovation for our table topics, for our icebreaker speaker today? Dr. Ganesh. Thank you. Okay. So time for some quiz again before we go for break. And I have got a nice quiz. This time it's a Bollywood quiz, so I'm pretty sure that a lot more will be able to participate in this. But please raise your hand and then answer. Oops. Sorry. You should not. I should not have been doing this. Okay. Let me share my screen. The problem is my screen is also on share. So that's why people in the room have a slight advantage. They can see what I'm going to share now. You can see my screen, right? People online?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So can someone check on the tab, whoever is raising their hand first? Or you can just unmute yourself and say. So you'll have to identify this character.
Actor.
Actor is Prem Chopra.
Actor, everyone can identify the character. Okay, wait. Don't give the answer.
Options.
Yes, the options are down here. Kala Sona, Khote Sikke, and Chunauti.
Kala Sona.
Kala Sona.
Raise your hand first. Who's going to answer? Okay, Abhishek wants to answer. Abhishek, okay. Which one do you want to go with? Are you sure?
Yes, Khote Sikke.
Wrong answer. The right answer is Kala Sona.
I give the answer.
Okay, move on to the next one.
Is it a movie or
Character. Movie के अंदर का character.
Okay, this one.
Which
Which
era
movie?
of villains have you brought? This is
Okay, who can answer this one?
Toastmaster Chaitanya has his hand raised.
Okay, Chaitanya.
Zalzala.
Zalzala.
Wrong.
Correct answer is Vijay. Okay, next one. Who wants to answer?
Sorry, this is I think 1980s, right?
Yes, I think so. Okay, Chaitanya again. I see he raised his hand. No, Chaitanya. No. You first. Gauri has raised his hand. Raise your hand. Gauri, you want to answer?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Yes, right answer. 1 point for Gauri. Okay, next one.
I've never seen
Gauri
this.
has raised her hand. First, Gauri has raised her hand. I saw it first. Gauri, no, Gauri was for the previous one. Okay, so not for Gauri then.
Mita.
Aparna. Okay, Mita ma'am. Mita ma'am has raised her hand here. Mita. Hum Panch. Let's see. Wrong answer. Gehra. See, you don't love your villains enough. That's the problem. That's why we have to keep themes like this.
We don't know
I
that.
don't know from which era are you bringing the villains.
Next one. These are the options. This is the villain.
I'll try.
Who is
Karthik,
Who is trying? Karthik.
Okay, I raised my first.
I'll try. It's
Yeah.
A boxer.
A boxer. Lock किया जाए?
Yes,
Click
yes.
किया-
Can we
click
ask?
किया जाए?
Yes.
Wrong answer. Youth.
Youth. Okay, he was like boxing, so I thought boxer.
Okay. Common sense is not so common in Bollywood.
Yeah.
Next,
Pen was there.
who wants to take this? Please raise your hand first. Karthik, lower your hand.
Yeah.
I want to
Yes.
answer.
Okay, Gauri.
Tufan.
Tufan. Okay, correct answer. Very good.
Gauri knows all villains. These all villains.
That does tell something, no? Everyone, please lower your hand. No cheating. Chaitanya, please lower your hand. Don't be a villain. Good. Okay. So, who wants to answer this again now? Okay, Chaitanya.
I want to go. I want to go.
Asha, Aparna wants to go. Aparna, we'll give it to Aparna.
Okay, this is Love in Tokyo.
Oh my God. The villain went away somewhere.
Again he came.
Okay, Love in Tokyo. I assume that is right. So we'll go with that because the site stopped working. So the site,
Can you please think villains from 90s or 2000s?
yeah. So after the break, I will find villains from 2024.
Yeah.
So before I go for break, I'm going to play a very beautiful music on villains. This is a fairy tale music on villains. I found it again on the internet. I loved it. I'm sure that many of you will not want to go to break because it's so nice. I personally found it. Anyways, I want to say that why did I select this theme and who's the inspiration behind this theme? So many moons back, one of my mentees, you all know her, DTM Nancy Goel, she had done a speech at the Gabbys. and the title of the speech was Shakuni. So where she talked about Shakuni and how we all hate Shakuni. And she brought out the side of Shakuni which we were not aware of, that how much of pain Shakuni had to go through, that his father had actually, you have all seen that Shakuni limped when he walked, right? And it says that his father had actually twisted his ankle so that he never forgets the pain. And is never able to forgive those who have unleashed that pain on his family. So after listening to that speech, I got a perspective that those who we paint as villains may not actually be villains. They may actually be heroes who have been wronged to such an extent that they want to now wrong others. So there's always a different perspective to villains. And that's what has been the inspiration behind this thing. With that thought, let's go on a quick 5 minutes break and we will be back at 11 a.m. Thank you. Your one-liners still amazing. Thank you.
Since I was a girl, my own mother vowed I must find the way to power through a noble brow. I married once for love, then my senses came. I must marry for the stature of my husband's name. On to marriage number 2, I knew what I had to do. My poor husband fell ill in a year or 2. Solved problem number 1, now to problem number 2. His doe-eyed little girl with a gentle point of view. Would I ship her off to school? No, I told her if she stayed, that she'd have to earn her keep. And so she became the maid.
She was lazy. She was crazy. She was talking to the mice.
She was hopelessly naive, so she had to pay the price. I moved her to the attic, out of sight and out of mind. I could have thrown her out, but I'm benevolent and kind.
Mother, your heart's too big for you.
I knew what I had to do. After all, difficult children will take advantage of your good nature. So you lock them up, throw away the key. There's one on every family tree.
Ungrateful, hateful, vile too. The things she put you through.
Break their spirit so they obey. Now they'll do anything you say. Maybe you call it cruel, but others would call it love. Tough love. I ask you, is it a crime to strive for perfection in all things?
Oh no, they're so cute when they're little, but then they grow up and just ruin everything. I never wanted children, life was better on my own. All the screaming, nagging chilled me to the bone. But then one day I came across a flower growing free. Its magic kept me young, so I kept it all for me. But someone dug it up, now a baby held the power. So I borrowed her and locked her up and hid her in a tower. Years went by, all the sacrifice. And against my better judgment, I fed her once or twice. Teenagers now, I know I wild eat their young. But that's messy, manipulation's easily more fun. A little guilt, a lot of force, of course you have to lie. Remind them that without you, they shrivel up and die.
They only had themselves to blame. If you'd been there, you'd do the same.
So work them hard till they fall in line. There's one way and it's only mine. Children are lazy, spoiled too, but we know what to do. Govern them with a heart of stone. Lock them up so they're all alone. Maybe you call it cruel,
first chance she gets. These wretched brats think the world owes them something, but it doesn't. Far and wide, I rule the kingdom with a heavy hand. But there was more. I had in mind a greater plan. I never cared to share, so the king would have to fall. But his child blocked the way to me, and fairest of them all. She was chubby, she was dumb, and grotesquely optimistic. She needed structure in her life, she wasn't realistic. I gave her chores and took away the things that she'd enjoy. But then I caught her singing songs with birds and then a boy. Love? Was I to just sit by and wait for her to take my crown? No, she had sealed her fate. She had to go, and so she did, and you know what they say. An apple once a day keeps your enemies away. Don't be fooled by their tender smile. Give an inch and they'll run a mile. Our idea of a happy home is one where we live all alone. Dark, depressing, desolate. Now let's all drink to that. Call us wicked, call us mean, cruel and everything in between. You could say it's unjust, turning their dreams to dust. This is what we call love, tough love.
You're not audible, Sourav.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's restart the meeting. I hope you like the song.
Yeah, so we didn't take a break, by the way.
That was the plan. It will be a break where you can't go for a break. See, that's how villains play. Okay, so we are going to get started with the next part of the meeting, which is going to be the table topics. And before I invite the table topic master on stage, I would also want to let you know that we in Gabbys, we have a table topic evaluator for every meeting, where a table topic evaluator comes and evaluates each of the table topic speakers. What is table topics? How does it happen? All those things will be explained by the table topic master. And but before I do that, let me quickly introduce the table topic evaluator for today. Table topic evaluator for today is Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. Yes, there she is. Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal is a chartered accountant. We had no chartered accountant, yes. So in the Gabbys, we have a large group of chartered accountants.
One chartered accountant is.
Yeah, so we have got almost 10, 12 and counting. So yeah, so welcome to the class. So Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal is a chartered accountant, and she's also a soft skills trainer and an image consultant. She's a corporate coach, and she loves public speaking. She is in fact passionate about making public speaking her career. And with Gauri as a table topic evaluator, let me now introduce our table topic master for today. The table topic master for today is a dedicated Toastmaster. She is the past VP Education of the Daffodils Toastmasters Club and currently the president of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. Across District 92, she is known to be the Madam Dependable. So give her a task and you consider it done. And we thoroughly resonate with that in the Gabbys. So please welcome with a big round of applause, the ever modest and the ever efficient Toastmaster Mita Shah as the table topic.
Thank you so much. Happy morning, happy evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the table topic sessions of today's meeting. Many of us consider this is the most challenging and the most rewarding part of the Toastmasters meeting. And rightly so, because table topics prepare you for impromptu speaking. Table topic helps members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, body, and a conclusion. This also provides the speaking opportunity for any member who is not an on duty in the meeting agenda. During table topics, I will invite a member or a guest to attempt a table topic. I will give out the topic once the participant confirms their willingness to attempt the topic. While you are free to volunteer, we may not be able to accommodate all the volunteers because at the Gabbys, we believe in giving an opportunity to those who are more keen to participate and those who need a little nudge. I will be using my discretion as the table topic master. In case we are not able to give an opportunity to a volunteer, please don't be disheartened. There is always one more meeting. There is never a dearth of opportunities in Toastmasters. Each speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes of time. You need to speak a minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes, 30 seconds to qualify for pooling. Green card will be shown at 1 minute. Yellow card at 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute, 30 seconds and red card at 2 minutes. You will get an additional 30 seconds grace time to wrap up your speech by 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Beyond will be disqualified. The TT speakers can use 10 to 15 seconds time to think. We will have now TT speakers today and each of them will also be evaluated by a table topic evaluator during the general evaluation session. And the TTE for today is Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes? Yes. Okay. Let's have a now start thinking and the topic. So I can request from online one and one offline. So we will have both together and I just want anyone raise your hand first who are interested to take up. So I just want some.
Why don't we start with that?
Aparna Raja. Aparna Raja, are you?
Sudharma, I think was asking about Sudharma also. Sudharma, you want to take the first topic?
Sudharma, are you available? You want to take?
Yes, I'm available.
You want to go for thing? Please come on video. I request those who are
Yes,
taking.
go, but I am not aware of that villains and all. That's the case.
Okay, then I'll see that next. Aparna Raja.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Yes. Please come on video. Let us see your face.
Are you sure you want to see my face?
Everyone is waiting.
Yeah.
Yes. See. Wow.
The theme is villain.
Okay. So tell me, do you have a villain in a life that you secretly admire, qualities, intelligence, etc.?
Growing up, I had a name for my mother. I used to call her secretly Hitler. Hitler. I would tell my friends, oh, I can't be late. Hitler will beat me up. Oh, I have to get good marks, otherwise Hitler will beat me up. Oh, I can't back answer, otherwise Hitler will beat me up. I had painted a picture of my mother where people would, even those who hadn't met her, would think she is probably the most villainous villain out there. All my life, growing up, she was the epitome of villainous character for me. But let me tell you, somewhere deep down, I would also feel that without her support, I won't be able to achieve things. Because there was this one instance where my mother had to go on a sudden holiday somewhere. She had to travel somewhere. And I had an important event coming up. That villain was not there in my life. Initially, I was excited. I said, oh, I can do whatever I want. But as the day approached, as the event approached, I felt very doubtful about my actions. I wasn't sure. I needed a sounding board. I needed the Hitler's voice. And that's when I realized that this person that I deemed as Hitler all my life was actually my sounding board. Actually, that critical voice which ensured that I did things well, did things better than I imagined I could do. So I grew up, and I grew up to love that villain. I still call her Hitler sometimes, but I know this Hitler has my back every moment of the way. She's my favorite villain forever. My mother, my villain, and my best guide. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Aparna Raja. You have reminded me my father. My father was also very strict. One thing, if he comes inside, everyone will settle down, will be with something or the other thing. And he wanted every time marks. And I was very scared. Any drawing, if I do, and if it is out of that thing, but everything should be perfection. And that today I've learned that same thing and I'm following. And he wanted always to see me on topper way. And I could not do when he was there. But today he's not there. And today I am here as a president. I feel that his blessing is always with me. So always who are a villain in our thing, we admire everything and we learn a lot of things. So thank you for reminding me same thing, Aparna Raja. Next, from this one. Ashit, and yes. If you were considered a villain, what will be your biggest fears as a villain?
Okay. Whenever I enter any room, from the time I enter the room till the time I exit the room and have a conversation with someone, I've come across this one feedback. People tell me I'm very intimidating. That's the one word I get to hear a lot. And that's without me even opening my mouth to speak to them. So I think there is definitely an aura attached to everyone. There's definitely an energy associated with everyone that enters the room, your life, your friend circle, your professional circle. I might not be doing a lot of things willfully or unwillfully for that image to be created, but that term gets associated with me every time I interact with someone. So I think that might make me a villain, but my biggest fear associated with that is that I am a lot more than that. I'm all the books that I've read. I'm all the places that I've traveled. I'm all the people that I've met. I've worked in 4 organizations till now. I've been part of Toastmasters. I've been part of Rotary Club. I've performed poetry in so many circles. I'm a lot more than just my intimidating self, the energy that walks in before I even walk into the room. And my biggest fear is that I don't get to share that with people just because of that simple fear that this person is unapproachable. Again, I've heard this from a lot of people that the best leaders around us are the people who are approachable. The people who break that wall, to break that ice with those people is the easiest thing. And those are the people who are the most humble, the most pleasing personalities that I've come across. And the one common thing between all of them is we want to listen to them. We want to talk to them. We want to get to know them better. So my biggest fear would be that I don't get people to talk to me and get to know what I'm really made of. And that is the one thing that will characterize me as a villain all along until they get to know. So yeah, thank you and over to you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. That is true. Even I am also feared. When I joined before Toastmaster, I was very feared of joining, mingling with the people and being with the crowd and all. I was always introvert. I never used to speak. But Toastmaster made me to stand here and to talk in front of you because I was always with my books and myself together to join with anyone. So thank you so much, Ashri. Next, from online, anybody?
No is continuously posting on chat. Why don't you call him? Yeah, you can about Noor. Noor Mohammed.
Yeah, I think yes, madam. I'm here. I think I spoke a lot on chat. I think better someone gets a chance.
Okay, then.
No, it's okay. He was in the chat. Ask him to.
Oh.
Hey, go ahead, madam. Go ahead, please.
So I'll give you a topic.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Were you ever made a villain of a situation by virtue of politics?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters India guests. A very good day to you all. Now, this happens every day in my home, right? The politics, which we are a joint family. We all stay together. It's too much fun, to stay in a joint family. So I stay with my mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, my brothers, their families. All of us are very close by. It's like we stay in separate flats, but it's like a joint family, right? And who gets to be the villain because of this family politics is always me. Now, why is it that I become the villain? Because I crack a lot of jokes, right? And people get tons of chances to point finger at me and tell it's because of Noor, right? And I become the scapegoat for all the conversations. Now, I don't get to listen to all these conversations. Somehow I have spice spread over all the family, right? So they come and tell me, see, they talked about you, so and so, so and so. So that's how I become the villain due to politics. And also, way back in 2015, I believe I became the villain in Toastmasters because I questioned Toastmasters. Why should someone pay 10 times the fee for being in 10 clubs, right? I'm just being serviced for one fee. So I became a scapegoat at that point of time as well. So to summarize, don't get into politics and don't become villains. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much. Thank you, what you said. Even I agree that you should not become a thing, but in our school, as a school, we have a teachers who wants a holiday and they want to escape from the workload. So then our coordinators used to give all this and she used to do all this politics. Those who are just very smart and very thing they don't want to do, they'll give some bribes and they used to go away before the work time. And then we used to have to do a lot of work. So that was the time when principal used to come to know this was happening. She was taken a care for that. So same thing, it happens. Okay, then next we have from the in person. So we have a Rishi. Guest, he is a guest. He is going to take the thing. Can a villain be justified in their actions?
I personally think that a wrongdoing cannot be justified as something that is right, because nowadays lots of people has always been saying that villains are doing wrong things because the pressures that they have received from the world, that because they receive a wrongful energy, they tend to distribute a wrongful energy as well and wrongdoings. But then something that is unright cannot be justified as something that is right. And therefore, I firmly believe that it shall not be justified. That's all I have to say, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah, to speak at least in the green card.
Thank you.
So give a little bit of example from your personal life. Why do you say so?
Maybe from the movie Joker.
Yes.
Yes.
Joker believed that what he was doing is right. He just want to help the people around him, people who might have experienced the same pain as him, but then that is not always the case, because there's always different perspective that we haven't seen from the other side. And I think everyone's voices matters to be heard. Thank you.
Thank you. I agree that a villain cannot be justified in their actions. Sometimes they are doing for the sake of, sometimes they have to do because of some reason. Okay, the next is Shubham. So from your in-person guest, Shubham will get the topics. What is a villain food item for you?
Food item.
Food item.
Okay.
Food item.
Hi everyone, good morning. Should I start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think we all have multiple things answer for this question. What topic I've got, because nowadays we all following the healthy life. We are avoiding sugar. We are avoiding maida. We are avoiding oily foods and all. So there can be a lot of answer to this topic. But if I personally tell for me what specifically the food item is, it will be sugar. Because just to give one insight from my, like, generally I keep searching nowadays about health, because I started for some time back cult fit and all these things. So I read that sugar, the refined sugar, basically you should take, so there is a in a day you should take less than 10 gram sugar in a day. You should not take more than that. But like since childhood, we were not aware about these facts. We were taking in milk, whatever we used to eat, we used to put a lot of sugar in that. But it's very harmful. There are multiple other options which you can go for, like jaggery is there. You can go for honey. Even don't go for the artificial sugars. Also, those are not good. Some studies have shown that it causes cancer and all these things. So go for jaggery or don't go for any sugar item. But please avoid that. That's not good. Yeah, that's it. So for me, the villain food item is sugar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Same thing. Even I never knew this sugar is very dangerous not to eat and maida and all. Even I've stopped eating sugar. I was very, very very like I always have it when we are eating anything. I want sweets. Without sweets, I never used to eat had my lunch or dinner or breakfast. So we Gujarati people, everything will have a sugar in everything. So I used to eat too much, but now totally we have stopped. At my place also, I just don't eat much sugar. Sometimes one sweets at all, not that much. And next, I just see that Atul.
Atul, are you there in the room?
Yes, hi.
Yeah. Can someone spotlight him? Atul?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, but we can't. Yeah, we can see.
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Here.
Yes. Okay. So your topic is what qualities differentiate a villain from a hero?
Yeah. So I think very interesting topic. And while I'm thinking on this, what's the quality that differentiates villain from a hero? I would say there are multiple things that come to my mind. It starts from empathy, taking care of people, giving back what you have gained in the life back to the society, back to the people. I think there are some of the qualities that can differentiate a villain from a hero. I was also reflecting on from the beginning, the theme that we have today for the Toastmasters. I was looking at some of the examples, like from my childhood when I was growing up, watching a movie called Mr. India, and there was a villain, Mogambo, Amrish Puri. I'll tell you, it really scared me in a good way at that point in time, where he wanted to finish off India. He wanted to launch missiles, and he had some very interesting ways of doing things, cracking his fingers and the knuckles on a globe where he used to sit, some of the famous dialogues, Mogambo Khushua, all of that. So it really used to scare me in a good way at that point in time. But later on, I realized he was also a good human being. While we watched some of the interviews that he gave afterwards while we grew up. But yeah, coming back to the topic in terms of what differentiates probably the empathy, taking care of the people, being a good person and a human being, I kind of differentiates a villain from a hero. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm giving it back to you.
Now we have one more topic for Jitender.
Hello, Toastmaster Mita.
Okay, so you are here. So now for you, only one topic is there. So how do you deal with villains in your life?
That includes yourself.
Yeah. I think we often thought that villain is someone outside, but we have to introspect within ourselves that what are the villains, whether it's our daily habits, whether it's our behavior, how we treat others, or it's our belief, which also make us villainous in certain circumstances. So most importantly, it is very important to identify the villain within us before we actually identify the villain outside the often stigmatize the people who are villain, but then we often forget the other side, why they become villain, what led them to become a villainous fame. We often miss their story behind it. It is very important to understand no one wants to become villain, but then ultimately it's the circumstances and the situations which made them to react in a complete different way, and afterwards society completely outcast them. And then slowly they start accepting them as a villain. And then people start getting scared from that. And because of that, they felt lonely, I would say. And then it becomes slowly, move away from the society. So it is very important for all of us to understand the story behind villain. And at the same time, identify within ourselves that what are different beliefs or values which can be villainous for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Even I believe that always we have to forget and forgive, because in our Jainism we'll say that always forgive and forget. Today they are there, tomorrow they might change, or God will take care. So I always believe in that. Leave them in their own way. Their karma will take care for them. So thank you. Thank you for all the table topic speakers. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. I enjoyed thoroughly with all of you. And over to you, back to our team moderators.
Thank you so much. So we are going towards the fag end of the meeting, where we will have the general evaluator coming up with his team. But before that, one more video, which I'm sure again you will like this. These are some of the quotes by, okay, all wrong links are opening up today. Let me know if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Can someone just confirm online?
Can see the screen?
Yes.
And can you hear it also? I will start playing.
Feel pain.
Yes.
Lovely. So these are some beautiful quotes by villains. Make notes which one of these you really agree with.
Feel pain, accept pain, and know pain. Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair! You thought we could be decent men in an indecent time. You were wrong. The world is cruel, and the only morality in a cruel world is chance. Unbiased, unprejudiced, fair.
And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people. And now, I have no people.
I was going to try reasoning with you. You and I, we worked together for a long time. I know you.
You don't know me. You never took the time to know me. This is the first time we've hung out socially, and it's when I'm about to destroy the city.
You. I know. You're a fucking disappointment.
You were not meant to be the Dragon Warrior. That was not my fault. Not your fault? Who filled my head with green? Ha! Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
I'm the world's greatest superhero. You're my greatest failure.
All I wanted was to help you. I only wanted to help. And what did you say to me?
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
It tore me apart. But I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
What I did to make you proud. Tell me how proud you are, Chifu. Tell me. Tell me.
That's it. With this, I will now hand over the stage to the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, for inviting the evaluators, the TAGL team members, and the table topic evaluators, and present his general evaluation on the entire meeting. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sourav Dutta, and here I am again to evaluate the entire proceedings of today's meeting. So the meeting started exactly at 10. So no surprises there. We always do that at the Gabbys. We start on time every meeting. So then came the role of the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. Gauri stuck to the script, nicely explained the rules of the meeting. Although it was a quite long script, she managed to explain everything that an SAA should be explaining in that particular script. If at all there is any suggestion, maybe she could have spoken a sentence or two on the theme, if possible. Not more than that, of course, but just a sentence or two on the theme would have, kick-started the meeting in the right way, is what I thought would be good. Post that, we will come to the TMOD at the end. Then we have our first speaker. The first speaker was Dr. Mukund Joshi, and Dr. Mukund Joshi was evaluated by Toastmaster Karthik. So Toastmaster Karthik, can you please evaluate Dr. Mukund Joshi?
Thank you, General Evaluator Mukund Joshi, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Toastmaster Nupur, thanks for being so selfless dentist and letting us know on how to avoid dentists. With the start of your speech, you grabbed the audience attention by asking a question: how many of you want to avoid the dentist? So grabbing the audience attention at the very beginning is the most essential part of the speech, because that is a time where the audience decide whether to listen to you cleanly or partially. So you did that great. Your purpose of the speech was educating the audience on how to avoid the dentist, and your speech content was intact with the purpose, as you gave us tips on how a diet can really help us maintain a good oral health. There were sprinkles of humor which lit up your content, a short story of a mother and child consulting. You gave us a picturization of the problem of the child was facing and how you resolved that conflict the child had, which gave the audience a real time and justification the purpose you were trying to bring up. Coming to the delivery part, you were confident, we were able to understand and see you clearly. Though I have few recommendations which will help you in coming speeches, though you clearly met the requirements of your project with your speech, I felt your speech could have been more engaging if there was a story. Yes, you had a mother and child story, but it was very short, because adding the story in speech adds a bridge between plan and written narration. The structure of speech should have an introduction which grabs audience attention, which you did. It should have a body which justifies your purpose, And that can be done by adding a story. And conclusion should end on a high note by describing that you have justified on what you wanted to convey. So I have even few recommendations on delivery part. It would have been great if you had used your voice modulation, which could have added some drama to your story, wherein while you are narrating the mother and child story. And also, as this is a prepared speech, you could have practiced it more so that you could have been still more confident on the stage. Yes, you were confident, but I was seeing that you were trying to recollect by moving your eyes here and there. So that's what I feel. So you could have practiced it more and more. Those were the few recommendations and commendations. So overall, you had a good content, you were confident, and suggestions you gave would really help us avoid the dentist. Overall, you delivered a good speech with a good purpose. Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you.
We cannot hear you.
We can't hear you.
Cannot hear
Can't
you.
hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for that excellent evaluation. Dr. Nupur, I think the speech was very well delivered. You had very good body language. I could see that you were really standing and your hand gestures were all very relevant and in tandem with the speech that you were delivering. The title itself was so intriguing, avoiding the dentist coming from a dentist. So that was really a very intriguing title. Just one suggestion I have, I think you ended your speech even before the yellow card came up. Maybe you could have added little more content and taken use of the full time that is allotted for a speech. Other than that, an excellent speech. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for both the evaluator, Toastmaster Karthik, and the speaker, Dr. Mukund. Now let's hear the evaluation for the second speaker. The second speaker, Ganesh, was evaluated by Toastmaster Punith. Toastmaster Punith, can you please give your evaluation?
Thank you, Toastmaster General Evaluator. Now, firstly, congratulations, Toastmaster Ganesh, for giving your first speech. I know it takes a lot of courage to make a decision that giving a speech. I appreciate that. Now, let me tell you what I think you are. You're a natural speaker and you are confident while giving a speech. And usually I observe the little nervousness or a little less confidence when we are giving a first speech. But in your speech, one of the greatest quality in my perspective observed was you give a speech like a conversations. I believe that is one of the greatest quality of the speakers. Then your passion for the learning, and you think you are reserved, but I think you have a great potential to give speeches when needed. And when you mentioned who you are, you didn't mention like I'm like this, I'm like that. You gave a reason, like why do you think you are. You did it with a humor. There was a great attempt to bring in humor to say why you think you are that. For example, if everyone speaks, who will listen? That was a great one. This is one way to connect with an audience. Another way to connect with an audience is to share the purpose. You tried that. You shared why did you join Toastmasters? Like we are purpose-driven architecture, purpose-driven the creature. Once you share that, you can make you can relate to the audience. For example, you share networking. Okay, I'm here also for the networking. That's why I can relate to that. Overall, it was a good attempt to cover who you are, what you like, why you are here, and you made it like an effortless. And it is just my personal suggestion in case of recommendation. If you ask me, what do I do if I go back and give my speeches? One thing I definitely do is before giving any speeches, I will make sure that get it reviewed by the mentor, so that it has a lot of benefits when we give it's a great level. It will take you to the speech will be taken to the next level. Okay, I did the mistakes when I was giving speeches at my initial days, but if I want to give a speeches, I will definitely take as help of a mentor. Okay, even though I feel that this is the good speech, But I want you to do that right from the beginning so that you will have the greater advantage. I hope what you will bring to the club from your speech is unique perspective. Your life journey is unique. You will bring that, and that is where we can learn from you. And your passion for the learning, I hope that makes you take each speech as an opportunity to learn more. And all the best for your upcoming speeches. And thank you. And over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Evaluator. Ganesh, what you think you are? You came out as a very natural speaker. As Toastmaster Punith very rightly pointed out, you have a conversationalist style of speaking. I don't think you were prepared for this speech. I think you simply came here and spoke your heart out, and your hand gestures were also in tandem with whatever you were speaking. And yes, a prop and the icebreaker speech, I think, gives you additional marks for completing the speech. Excellent way. I think every newbie needs to look up to you when they give their icebreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together to the today's Toastmaster Punith, the evaluator, and the speaker, Toastmaster Ganesh. Then we had the butterfly session, the table topics. Today's table topic, Master Toastmaster Mita Shah. Very calm, very composed. She very nicely spoke about the objective of the table topic, the timings, the qualification criteria. More importantly, she set the expectations to all the members. She said it could be possible that you may not be called because of the lack of time, but we will make every attempt to make sure that everyone gets a chance. What was even more interesting was her rejoinders after every table topic. Now, she had her own take on each of the topic, and she came out with her own rejoinders at every speech. And of course, the topics were in sync with the theme of today. Very well done. I don't have any other suggestions for today's table topic master. And before we go to the table topics evaluator, let's give a big round of applause to today's table topic master. Can I now request the table topic evaluator, Gauri Aggarwal, to give her evaluation, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Just to begin with, the villain of my life is a lizard, and villains have great timing. Just when I was going to start this, there was one hovering around, and I can say I've battled with my fear head on today. An iniquitous villain. To start with my table topic evaluation, the first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Aparna, and her topic was, do you have a villain in life that you secretly admire? What a great start. You related the villain to your mother, a relationship that all of us can relate to, and it somewhere taps the emotions in us. I relate to that very well, and I think most of us will. For me, literally, my mother is a Hitler. She even shares her birthday with him. Toastmaster Aparna, so you did touch the emotional bone. There was an opening where you straight away dived into the relatability, the body, and the conclusion. There was vocal variety as well as body language. The second speaker was Toastmaster Arshin, and her topic was, if you were a villain, if you're considered a villain, what will be your biggest fears? Again, very relatable. What I liked about your table topic speech was you first explained that why are you a villain? And then what is your fear? Intimidation, energy, aura. It is a fear that most people have, and I have the same one. So it's a struggle. It's a daily battle. You want people to see through the real you. I have one recommendation for you, which is if you would have told us that what are you doing to deal with it? Because you did mention that you like people being approachable and humble. So how are you fighting that fear? If you could mention that a little bit. The third speaker was Toastmaster Noor, and his topic was, were you ever made a villain of a situation by virtue of politics? I loved how you started, that laughter. I think it was a great opening, really needed no words at all. You are a product of a joint family. You put yourself as the villain, very, very nicely done again. You even summarized in the end saying that do not get yourself in politics and do not be a villain. I just want to bring to your notice that you have a crutch word, which is right. And another recommendation, I would have The opening was great. The closing was great. I would have liked you to elaborate on the body a little bit. I found you struggling with words a little bit over there. The fourth speaker today was guest Rishi, and his topic was, can a villain be justified in their actions? Now, Rishi, I know that you are probably attempting a table topic for the first time. In your case, the introduction, the opening was amazing because you started with disagreeing with the topic. You said that it cannot be justified. Just to avoid falling short of words or getting stuck in the middle, quickly think about a story from your life or your observations around that. Why do you think it is not justified? And just narrate that story. Also summarize it in the end. The speaker number 5 today was guest Shivam, and his topic was, what is a villain food item for you? Great opening. You started with saying that everyone is into healthy living. You gave us statistics, you gave us facts. After that, I found you just trying to cover and reaching that green card a little bit. You did not tell us that why is sugar villain for you? What has it done for you? Any story? I just saw you saying that just because it's harmful for the human body and that's your knowledge, that is why it's a villain for you. If you could have given us some examples that why is that so? Speaker number 6 was guest Atul, and his topic was, what qualities differentiate a villain from a hero? You gave us the story about Mogambo, and that was nice as far as the relatability to a villain was concerned. Now you picked up a beautiful quality, which was empathy. After that, what about starting with the qualities? What about taking empathy and saying that how is it a quality for a hero? And then taking empathy and saying that how a villain lacks it and how that is not so appealing, instead of just going a little round and round on the topic. Speaker number 7 was Toastmaster Jitinder, and his topic was, how do you deal with villains on your life? A great perspective. You started by saying that think about the villain. We should think about the villains within us. Immediately post that, you said also sympathize with the fact that why a villain becomes a villain. But I did not see you talking on the topic of how do you deal with the villains in your life. Forgiving, understanding, but is it really that easy? How have you overcome with the villain inside you or the villains around you is what I would have liked to know more about. Thank you. And that is about the table topic evaluations. Over to you, General Evaluator.
You're not audible.
Can't hear. Toastmasters, we can't hear. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, table topic evaluator Gauri. I think you did an excellent job in evaluating all the speeches. Thank you. Let's hear it for the table topic evaluator Gauri Aggarwal. Now let's go to the role players, what we call the TAGL, and the first role player is the timer. Can I request Toastmaster Amit Gupta to give his report, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I can see here like there is no disqualification from the both the section. From the all three section. So all the speakers, table topic speaker, and evaluator are within time. Gauri took around 5 minutes 3 seconds, which is kind of 43 second per kind of the topic. Like, and also like I'm going to paste this all number in the chat box. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Let's hear it for our timer, Toastmaster Amit, please. Can I now request our R counter, Toastmaster Chaitanya, to give his report?
Yes, General Evaluator, let me share my screen. I hope this is visible to everyone.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Can you zoom?
Yes. Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. So the favorite filler sound today was as usual, because that is very easy and fills in our sentences. But today there's a good thing that there are many people who did not use any filler words, especially in the table topic section. Like you can see here, Toastmaster Parna, Toastmaster Sheen, and also there are many people who use less than five filler words or sounds. Even I used one right now. So I'll be sharing this sheet in the chat. I used one again. I have to keep count of my own. So let me do that and share it in the chat for you to check your score here. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya. And now for the Grammarian report, Toastmaster Paduka. Toastmaster Paduka.
Let me share my screen. Just a second.
Put it on slide share, no? Then we can see.
Yeah, I'm just trying that up. Okay. I hope it is visible. Good afternoon, good morning again to Gabbys. So, of course, the word of the day, as grammarian, I myself started with an incorrect pronunciation. It is iniquitous. And only Toastmaster Mukund and Toastmaster Gauri has used this word of the day. I wish, but people have used a lot of synonyms for it, like villainous, but maybe you can now replace it or try to use this word as well. Coming to good usage, wow, there's so many good usages. I will try to explain a bit for people who have not used it earlier. So, like cognizant is something mindful. Etched is something, that sort of, stick to your heart or on your mind or something of that sort. Personified is something, a symbol, a symbolizing of something else. Like her, Mukund has used as personified leadership, sort of a type. Stockholm syndrome, again, Aparna told by her chat, and it's more of, okay, I'll put it in the chat later, but nick of the time again towards the end of the moment or something, and landed on a job. I like the way that he has, being a icebreaker speech, he used such kind of a words as well. And hindrance is, hindrance is something, a blocking point. And rumination is again something like an obsessive negative thinking. And some more words, introspect, something you're, sort of a reflecting kind of a type. And stigmatize is something you're like, it's sort of something sticked onto it. Like you're symbolizing something, like you're known for something of things like that. Scapegoat is something, again, it's more like something of that, so that you became a person who like could take the blame onto it or things like that. I'll go to the rhetorical devices. Again, there are a lot of good rhetoric stuff that people have used. And I think the favorite one is anaphora, that I've seen a lot of usages of that throughout the meeting. I've just listed few. And like something like was, even the interval video has a lot of good usage of English. So yeah, so Ashin has used something like, we want to this, we want to that, we want to this, something of that sort. And epistrophe is something similar to anaphora, but this is towards the end of the sentence. So where Toastmaster Aparna has used that, if something she does, then Hitler will pick me up, and then something she does, Hitler will pick me up. So something of that sort used in 3 times. And epithet is something you express a particular word or describe a particular thing or a person. Over here, Toastmaster Aparna used villainous villain. But again, if it is more of a hyperbole as well, because you're like exaggerating something to the core, right? And oxymoron is again something like you use something in two opposite words are used to describe something, like tough love, and also scared me in a good way. It felt like an oxymoron as well. And hyperphora, again, you ask the question and then you answer it yourself, which Dr. Nupur has used in her speech. And again, metaphor or more of thing is like saliva, like a washing machine. Such kind of usages where I was able to see. And gradation is more of you slowly ascend something, and towards the end, you are emphasizing something. Like, for example, Toastmasters are used not 1, not 2, but 3, something of that sort. Recommendations, predominantly I was able to see that there were a lot of interchange in singular and plural form of a sentence, and also the past and the present tense, like my parents tell, or it can be parents told. And there were a lot of crutch words as well in all that, something of that sort. And I could able to also see a lot of a heavy regional accent, which is, I know it's difficult to change, but I think we have to go towards that as well. With that, I will share this report in my chat after the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Grammarian Paduka. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for today's Grammarian. And now for the last role player, the listener, Toastmaster Sreehari.
All right, I'll start with the questions. Haven't we all gotten free tips and consultation from our dentist today? Now mention any 2 dietary preventive measures to reduce the dental scales. Yes, please.
One.
Yes.
More fiber in your diet.
Yes, and Mita?
Avoid eating sugar.
Yes, exactly.
Liquid sugar.
Yeah, liquid sugar. One more. Anybody else?
Someone online?
Somebody online there want to? Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Which university did our second speaker Ganesh graduate from?
SGR.
No.
Arjun something.
Yes, correct. I think you both took a couple of points on that. Aparna Raja looks up to her mother, but initially which historical character she used to associate? Hitler.
No.
Remembers that. What is Gauri Aggarwal's biggest fear?
Lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard.
For not justifying the moral rationality behind villains, which character or guest Rishi draws an analogy from?
Joker.
Yes. All right, guys, you have all passed the listening test with flying colors. I enjoyed being a listener. Thank you.
Thank you, listener Sreehari Acharya, for keeping us all alert throughout the meeting. And now for the last but not the least role player of today's meeting, which is the Toastmaster of the day, TTE. Honestly, I don't have anything to say. He does these kind of activities like the back of his hand, like as if it is a chore, daily routine task, and he simply comes here, delivers, and goes out. So it is just as simple as that for him. Just one suggestion to keep more interaction, to keep the audience more interactive is if the questions could have been a little more relevant. So today we had questions from Marvel Comics, some very old movies which nobody had even heard of or seen of or even can't even think of in their dreams. So it's something more relevant and which could keep the members engaged. It would be great. That's my only suggestion to the to DTM Sourav. Other than that, nothing else. I think it was one of, again, we have had one of the greatest sessions now today in this meeting, like we do most of the times. So I enjoyed the session thoroughly, listened each and every word of what you guys spoke and really thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
So we are almost at the fag end of the meeting. We have got just a minute left, so I'll not drag this any further. I'll hand over to the presiding officer with the small note that often our perception of where we paint people as villains is based on half truth or heard truth, and not generally on hard truth, right? And that's something that makes people look villains who are actually not villains. So next time when you're trying to portray someone as a villain, or you think that someone is a villain in your life, try to get the full picture, try to understand. Probably within every villain there is a hero, because I've heard this quote which says that every person who's a demon today was an angel once, and every angel who's an angel today would be a demon once. So be careful about choosing your heroes and villains, because nothing is permanent. Thank you so much. And with this, I will hand over the stage back to the presiding officer. The Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for today's Toastmaster, DTM Sourav. Okay, so now that we have come to the end of the meeting, and I'm sure that the link for the poll would have reached all of you, including the offline participants. Please cast your vote. And while you are casting your vote, may I request some of the guests to come on screen and share your experiences of what you thought about today's meeting. Maybe we can go one online and one offline. Can I request Atul Singhal to give us a feedback, please? You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Thank you very much. I had the internet breakdown in between. I'm connected to the hotspot. I hope I'll be audible okay. This is my first experience at the Toastmasters, and I would say I'm still learning and trying to understand how can it be beneficial. But then I could see that it's very structured with different people taking various roles and giving appropriate feedback. So I'm looking forward to join the future sessions as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your feedback. And I now request one from the offline. Yes, sure, Rishi.
Hello, I had a great time during the session. I get to learn more about how it is to take up speeches, think of doing off an impromptu speeches, and getting inputs of thinking of examples that can be used, especially when delivering a message. And I'm looking forward for the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishi. There's one more guest. Can I request Asha Ashok to give your feedback, please? If you can come on the camera if possible and give your feedback. Asha Ashok.
Yeah, thank you. So I think more than the feedback, I have a lot of takeaways to my club. I'm Toastmaster Asha from TCS Kochi Maitri Toastmasters Club. So this is the first time I'm attending Gabbys Club, and one thing that I'm carrying away with me is the TTE evaluation, which I have never seen in any other club. Okay, which is something very great, because that is the platform where many of us get an opportunity to talk, and if it gets evaluated, nothing more than that, right? So I'm taking it away with me. That is one thing I definitely I liked, and also like the theme itself. I mean, I saw the theme, that is why I came here, and it was TMOD has taken it so well. I liked it very much. And one thing which I noticed was, which we do in our club, but I didn't see it over here, was during the general evaluation, we usually call the timer for the interim report, so that he will just declare whether the speakers are on time. And then the evaluators come, so that we'll just to know that, okay, whether they have cleared that path or not. So that was one observation I had. Otherwise, it was a fantastic meeting. Thank you so much. I'll come back again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. I saw there was one more guest, Sethu Venkat, online guest. Would you like to give your feedback? Okay. Can I now request a guest offline to Mr. Shubham?
So my experience here is like here you don't only learn the speaking skills or communication skills, you learn more than that. You learn how to take your respective roles, because I see here everybody has some roles and everyone is getting evaluated. So that's the best part I see here. You will learn more than the communication skills, and how you will be a great leader once you're I think. So I'm looking forward to join this group. Thank you.
All right, it's now time to announce today's winners. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. Today's best evaluator goes to none other than Toastmaster Karthik.
Karthik here.
Let's hear it for Toastmaster Karthik. The best TAGL role player. Any guesses?
Grammarian.
That's right. It's Grammarian Paduka Kannan. Best table topic speaker. Guesses, please. Oh man, it's all okay. It's Aparna Raja. And no prizes for guessing this one as well. The best role taker. Yeah, DTM Sourav, that's it.
The iniquitous villain.
Thank you, everybody. I think we had a wonderful time today. We all see you again in our next meeting, which is on the coming Tuesday. And I close meeting number 188. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Bye, everybody.